Okay, so I came out of the rain and now I'm gonna show you my, how you call it, the gardening I have inside my balcony. These are just plastic containers that I call it. I had them when I moved, when I was moving. I put all my sheets and stuff here. So then I didn't need them. I already moved to my house and I was figuring, what can I do with them? Voila, I turned them into raised beds. Okay, these is a little lower than the one I have outside, but it's not impossible. Like for instance, I move here, try to go. Well, I have this container right here. There's a water. We fill it up with water just in case any emergency. There's no water. We have this. Um, so I just bend here. I don't have to bend that deep, but I plant bigger things here because it's easier than to just drop it in there. As you can also see, I have another oregano, the ones that are outside, and sweet in the back. Next to it is the sweet peppers, and I think these are called rosemaries. I cut a piece because it was like too long from this one, and I put it here, and it's growing beautifully. It's been there a couple of days already. So I got some basil, and which I'm not gonna put here because they grow big. At least the basil I had, it grew real big. I think these are oreganos of the smaller kinds. So I have two raised beds, one in top, one next to another, and it says spacing because like it's in a V. So I also plant here. I have this plant. I was gonna plant it here to show, but this plant is a flower, and I don't want to put it in here. I want to put this one outside with the rest of the flowers, and it's gonna be like a flower vegetable thing. So I want to plant that outside in the other raised bed. Anyway, um, usually when I mess around here, I put the side wheelchair and I just turn it over. Lean on the this part of the wheelchair and just sometimes you gotta do it with one hand. But now I'm doing it with one hand. But I have put this all by myself. In other words, when I was gonna do this, my husband bought two big bags of how you call it, of dirt. I wanted to fill it up myself. He told me he would just pour it in there, and that would have been easier. But I want to see if I could do it myself. So it took me about an hour because I had to take, like a old cup and just pour it in there one by one till I filled it up. I did both of these. So it took me like 2 hours to do both of them, but I didn't do both the same day. So then I just bend over, made a hole, and start planting. You know. So this is basically how I do it as a disabled. Let me see if I can move my chair. And now I'm planning to take this box, this Clorox thing. I'm gonna cut it because I want to put my cherry tomatoes there. I don't know if to put it like that or to put it like the one over there, like that, raised up. So until I think what I'm gonna do with my cherry tomato, because I want to bury it deep, but I don't want to take it outside and how you call it, and lose it. Maybe they die or whatever. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna keep it in my balcony. It's working pretty good with them. They love it here. So I don't know. I'm probably either put in that as a canister right there, or I would just hang it up like I did there at a little bit lower, a little lower, so when it grows, it doesn't grow like too high. So anyway, whatever I decide, I'll let you know. Well, that's all. Ah, no, it's not. This is just a piece of it. Okay, so then bye bye. Okay, okay, so this is a rail. It has a door. They use here this a lot in Puerto Rico because of the crime. I like it better because you could hang clothes on top all the way up there. Let me see if I could show you right there. And if it's raining, it doesn't get wet. Even though I got a long string, one of those things. I don't know if you can see that string there. It goes all the way to that tree over there. But the problem is, since I got sick with the sepsis, it's been hard for me to do that. So I just wash clothes, put it in my balcony, and that's it. So okay, we got these rails. What I do with these rails? This. Here goes. Um, you have to make it like this. I don't know if I showed how you do it, but this is a soda container. I cut it, then I make like a hole in the back to pass this through. Like you make a hole here, you pass it through, and you make another hole here. Then I just tie it with the rail. But since I got this chicken nesting, whatever, this to keep the chickens, the dogs, and everything else out. So I just tie it right here so it doesn't slide down or up. This is where I got this. It looks a little sad because it threw some, how you call it, some flowers, but they were all male flowers. So I gotta get a scissors to cut it all up. And now it's throwing new leaves. As you can see here, it's throwing new leaves. So I hope the second batch would be females. So anyway, I'm planning to do this because one of it saves space. You have all this. You put all this here, and you got a whole bunch of space. It's not all over the floor. I have like 1, 2, 3 containers, and it's going. The leaves, the roots are all the way down here. So it has plenty of roots. Plenty of dirt, plenty of everything to grow. Um, and this is what I want to do, basically on all the rail. You know, but I have to get some more of these. How you call it? These things, so I could tie it up one of these so I could tie it up because this was just a piece of one of those Christmas things and it was broken, so I just decided to use it. So this is how you do this part, and let me show you the rest.